beyond that, we know that they put far more into the system than they'll ever take. Far more. And we are goddamn lucky to have our neighbors who do some of the hardest work in the whole country and have the least political power. I talk about that all the time. Like, the fact that there are people demonizing the folks who build buildings and feed us 40% of the calories that make up our bodies and take care of the young and the old and the sick, it's an absolute travesty. And if we knew how it would reshape society to deport 1 million people per year, which is their plan, we would all be out in the street because we know what we'd be losing in terms of just humans, people that we love, people that are our neighbors, our coworkers. So yeah, I would talk about all of that. But what I really want to say is that I think behind all of this, we have a crisis of belonging in our society. And I think we all feel it. We have lost spaces to belong to and belonging with each other. And I think because all of us feel in some way that we don't belong, because we're one illness away from being homeless, we're one illness away from having too big of an ambulance bill so we can't even take the ambulance. We don't feel like we belong, even in our own society that we're building. And if we can't feel like we belong, we can't give it to other people. This is the last thing I'll say. I'm a hospice chaplain, and I only represent myself when I'm out here. But I worked up in Seattle during the RSV wave when kids were having mental health crises. And I did everything I could to learn about mental health, to learn about ideation, and what was affecting the kids that I was working with. And the research that I read showed the two things that collide that make things dangerous for people are a high sense of burdensomeness to others and a low sense of belonging. So when you're out here, you're talking about belonging. You're talking about it all the time. And not only are you fighting for the belonging of other people, you're saving people's lives because you're creating belonging by what you're doing out here. And that saves lives. Literally, your presence here, like if nobody heals alone, then your presence here means far more than you can imagine. So thank you for being here. Yeah.
Yay!